He was handcuffed, he was being dragged out of the TD garden. Paul Heyman stood there laughing, having just threatened to adopt his daughter. Seth Rollins' world was crumbling, but when the camera stopped rolling, something incredible happened. The Nigerian giant didn't just save him from arrest, he followed him to the police station. And then in the most emotional moment of the night, Becky Lynch arrived with their daughter. Subscribe now and hit that bell. Welcome back, Wrestling News WWE, to the exclusive coverage you won't find anywhere else. The March 23rd episode of Monday Night Raw from Boston's TD Garden delivered one of the most shocking, emotionally charged segments in recent memory. Paul Heyman, the master manipulator, had Seth Rollins arrested on live television after taunting him about his daughter and wife Becky Lynch. The architect was in cuffs, his WrestleMania future suddenly in jeopardy. But what happened after the camera stopped rolling is the story that will bring you to tears. Let's set the scene. Paul Heyman walked to the ring alone, claiming Brock Lesnar had already left after Oba Femi destroyed him for the second consecutive week. He called out Seth Rollins, noting that with Austin Theory and Logan Paul taken out earlier, the architect was all alone. Rollins emerged from the crowd in his signature mask, only to discover it was a trap. Heyman revealed he had filed a restraining order against Rollins. Police surrounded him, and Heyman, with that evil grin, crossed every line imaginable. "Your wife will divorce you. When she divorces you and she's married to half of the locker room, someone is going to call Child Protective Services for your daughter. But don't worry, Paul Heyman will adopt your daughter." That was it. Rollins snapped. He broke free, stormed the ring, and landed a brutal forearm to Heyman's face, but the damage was done. Police tackled Rollins, cuffed him, and began escorting him out of the arena. The architect was gone. His wife, his daughter, his WrestleMania dreams, all hanging in the balance. But the story didn't end there. What happened after Raw is the moment that will define this unexpected alliance. According to sources backstage and footage circulating online, Ofi didn't just return to confront Brock Lesnar again, he had a different mission. After leveling the beast for the second week in a row and standing tall as the crowd chanted "Oba Oba," the Nigerian giant disappeared through the curtain. But instead of heading to his locker room, he made a beeline for the parking garage. Witnesses described the scene. Femi arrived at the police vehicle where Seth Rollins was being held, waiting to be transported to the Boston police station. The Nigerian giant didn't need to throw a punch. His massive frame standing between Rollins and the officers sent a clear message. Seth Rollins wasn't alone, but that wasn't the end. Hours later, as Rollins was being processed at the station, an even more emotional scene unfolded. Becky Lynch arrived, not alone. In her arms was their daughter, Rue. The Irish kicker had heard what Paul Heyman said about her daughter being taken away, about her divorcing Rollins, about the most vile threats imaginable, and she came to show the world this family stands together. Sources close to the situation report that Oba Femi was already at the station, having followed him there to ensure his safety. When Becky and Rue walked through the doors, the Nigerian giant stepped aside, allowing the family a private moment. Rollins, still in his ring gear, still processing the night's events, embraced his wife and daughter. No words were needed. The image alone was enough. This moment is seismic for multiple reasons. Let's break down what it means. The FO connection. Earlier this month, after Obama first destroyed Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins posted a simple message on Instagram. FO, alongside a photo of himself next to an Oba Femi poster. Fans immediately speculated that Seth knew Oba was coming, that there was an alliance forming between the architect and the Nigerian giant. Wrestling analyst Sam Roberts confirmed this suspicion. Seth was 100% smiling. "I think Seth 100% knew that Oba was coming." Now with Faye following Rollins to the police station, that alliance is confirmed. The family united. Paul Heyman thought he had won. He thought his restraining order, the police, the threats to adopt Rollins.